Welcome back, Marvel fans. Today I'm going to bring you my top 10 Marvel modern day uncommon figures. I have 15 figures here. There was just too many, so I had to add in an extra to bump it up to 15. We have the AIM Renegade. Reasons why he's there. We have Hydra, and we have Enhancement and Barrier. And if you click him one time, he has Outwit for 34 points. Very, very good support piece. And at 14, we have the Daredevil uncommon, 75 points from the Hulk set. Charger, 11 attack, 17 with super senses, and if you make a close combat attack at him from close combat and you miss, he deals 1 damage back to you. That's really awesome. And he has Outwit. 2 damage is not the greatest and he only has 4 range, but for what he gives you, it's a very, very nice figure. I like the sculpt too. Click him just a tad here. He gets into close combat expert. Then we get combat reflexes with flurry. This is where the AE comes in, combat reflexes. Then we have Outwit again. As you see here, solid piece. And at number 13, we have Hercules, also from the Hulk set. Avengers, 131 points. Charger, super strength, invulnerability, 4 damage. This figure is a really, really good brick figure, but it's not, the greatest. He doesn't start off with a super nice defense, but invulnerability is nice. Impervious would have been awesome with an 18, but then he would have had to cost more points. He is a solid piece. Clicks him a little bit here. There we get the 18 impervious, but that's on his 3rd click. And we have it again here, as you can see here. He is good. He's going to probably hit you the first time he attacks, and then he's going to end up somewhere on his mid-dial here with this 18 impervious, and he's going to give you a lot of problems. That's why I really like this figure. He's a good first attacker, and then he can take a hit, and then he still ends up on mid-dial where he's still going to dish out a lot of pain. And at number 12, we have Zaven. He is a scroll, 75 points. This figure is actually really interesting, and the mechanism that he has is very cool. He starts off this, click here, which is very easy to hit. But if he starts off here, he can, go to any one of these clicks here on the top dial, and yeah, he can basically start off, say he wants TK and Perplex, you can do that, and then at the end of your turn he has to go back to this top dial. It's the same thing on this, because his last click is the same thing. If you're on your first or your last click, you can go to any of those clicks, but if you start your turn off on this, then you have to go through the rest of the dial. That is why I like this figure, because you have that possibility. But the reason why he isn't the greatest is because he's not very hard to hit with that 16 in toughness. So if you can't stay on that click, then he's going to, just kind of be a random piece that does a bunch of crazy stuff. But if you can keep him on this top dial at the end of your turn, like if your opponent cannot do anything to him, then you're doing pretty good. So that's what I'm thinking. It's a interesting piece. And at number 11, we have Mole Man. This figure is awesome. Galactic Guardians, 47 points. He has Outwit, and he has the ability to mind control monster figures, friendly or opponents. And this is the reason why I love him. He gets mid-dial, he gets willpower, and he's able to continue to do that all the time. And he gets like a +3 to that mind control attack. So he'll be trying to mind control at 12. So that is why he is amazing. Basically, that's all he's good for. He has some Outwit. That's basically it. Outwit and be able to mind control friendly or non-friendly monster figures, which is incredible. And at number 10, cracking the top 10, we have Lyra, 88 points, charge, super strength, 18 invulnerability, 3 damage. That special power, if she has no action tokens and it's a close combat attack, she can use prob on her attack. So that is very awesome. It's going to help her make sure she lands with that charge and super strength to dish out like 5 damage. That's very good for 88 points. That's why she is my number 10 figure. And she has a solid clicks the rest of her dial, but she drops off. But yeah, that top click is definitely worth 88 points in my book. And at number 9, we have the Red Skull Hydra, 85 points, run and shot, toughness, leadership, 6 range. And he has a special ability if you give other scientist characters of 25 points or more 7 tokens, he gets +2 to all of his stats. This is the reason why he's so good. If you can do that, there's ways of getting him, giving other characters the tokens every single turn. If you build a team with that, this is very nasty. And if you don't happen to get that, then he is a decent figure, but the potential for him to beast up is very high. So for 85 points, he can turn a game totally around if you're able to get your tokens and give him +2 to all of his stats. At number 8, we have Batrox. He has the ability to move and then make a close combat attack. 17 combat reflexes, 2 damage. The reason why he is only at number 8 is because he does 2 damage. You give him perplexity doing 3 damage, he's cracking anyone's defensive reducers, at least doing 1 damage. He is a nightmare from close combat, not necessarily for damage wise. He has a great attack and he has, you know, a couple clicks to keep him alive as well. At number 8, Batrox is a very nice figure. At number 7, we have Steve Rogers. Now, the thing that makes this guy really good, we have Avengers Shield, 99 points, so he's a little bit higher than a lot of other Captain Americas. But look at this, running shot with a 12 attack doing 3 damage, 7 range, energy shield deflection with 17. And that's really, really good. I like the ability to give him the shield and the Avengers. And we'll click him a little bit here to get an idea of why, you know, he still holds it strong on a second click here, just dropping attack down to 11. And then on third click, we have a 10 attack, 16. And look at this, now we have stealth, range combat expert doing 2 damage, willpower. So now you're you know, a stealthy shooter doing 4 damage. Also again, now we lose the willpower and we have combat reflexes with close combat expert. As you can see, Steve Rogers is able to dish out damage throughout his whole dial for 99 points. You cannot go wrong. And at number 6, we have Claw, and he is 127, running shot, pulse wave, 4 damage, 18 super senses, and toughness. That's what the special power is. I really, really love this. And he's got the team ability where he can just continuously push, but once you get 2 tokens, you can push again, but you have to give him a click. But if you look at this dial, he is going to be nasty the whole way through. You lose running shot, but you still have the pulse wave, doing 3 damage. Now you have phase in. Now you're really hard to hit from range with the energy shield deflection, doing range combat expert, 9 attack. Again, just a nasty figure, able to dish out damage from range. It's just nasty. Not very good at close combat, but from range, it's one of the nastiest figures out there. We have pulse wave again, a bunch of pulse wave here. So, and you can use pulse wave at close combat as well. For 127 points, you get a nice piece of utility here. Starting click of running shot, pulse wave, 4 damage, 18 super senses, toughness. Can't go wrong there. At number 6, it's a pretty nice figure. All right, breaking the top 5, we have Doom from Galactic Guardians. This guy is a nasty, nasty piece. He has the Doom TA, which is wild card, 169 points, so he's pretty high on points. But the sculpt is amazing. That right there kind of bumps him up just a tad, just because he looks just incredible. He does not have a move and attack, so it's phase in, but phase in helps you get to anywhere you want to go. His special on attack is if your friendly character misses an attack, he gets a +1 to his attack. So if like you can't hit, Doom gets to take a shot with a bonus to his attack. He's got Outwit, Impervious, 8 range, 1 target, and in Dom, so he can push. And this is just some really good stuff here. Hard to see the dial here, but on the second click we have Psychic Blast, which really, really helps when you have Outwit, so you can just Psychic Blast through damage reducers and then Outwit something else. We have Probability as well here. So you get the idea with this figure. He is brutal. The last thing I want to talk about him is his trait, which is really situational, but if you build a team with him with the Fantastic Four, it could come into handy really, really good. If a character with the Fantastic Four or Fantastic Four team ability, if they get KO'd, he heals a click. Now that can be friendly or opposing. So that is really awesome. You put him on a Fantastic Four team, and if one of your characters gets KO'd, he heals a click. Or if you happen to face someone with a Fantastic Four keyword and they KO, he heals a click. So that is awesome, and it'll help him heal up. And at number 4, we have Psylocke, X-Men TA, 74 points. The reason why she is on this list is because she is incredibly useful and pretty deadly from close combat. And the reason that can do that is because she's stealthy, so most people are going to have to come up to her and fight her battle. You can start off with TK to get a friendly out there, and you can push her to do it again, and guess what? Now you have a 10 attack with 3 damage. So this is what this figure is all about, getting that close combat and just being able to just wreck people. 11 attack here, we have leap climb, so we lose stealth. But as you can see, she's just incredible at close combat. And X-Men will help her heal up if, you know, there's another friendly X-Men. Click, click, and she's ready to go. And number 4, very nice figure. And at number 3, we have Blastar, 158 points, 7 range 2 targets, flyer, run and shot, 11 attack, 18 invulnerability, 4 damage in leadership, and he's in Dom. This figure just brings the firepower and is special on attack if all his damage causes knockback damage, so that will help keep your opponent, you know, on his toes, and you know, it could potentially knock him out of your range for the next turn, but he's got run and shot, so he should be able to get to that opponent again, and then possibly once you hit them, they might lose a power and they're out of range to retaliate you. So this is very, very nice. And he just brings the pain the whole time, and he's able to push without taking damage. But when he does take clicks of damage, if they're not tremendously a ton of damage, his stats stay consistently. On the second click, we have a 10 attack, 17, 11. We lose the run and shot, but we have 18 toughness. And as you can see here, I mean, it's a pretty solid figure. You want to stay top dial with the 18 should help. Pair him up with some other figures, and you got a pretty nice solid uncommon figure. And at number 2 is Nick Fury, 109 points, shield TA. We have a special power for movement, which is stealth, which is going to help him survive tremendously. I can't tell you how surprised I was when I played this figure the first time. So the special power is stealth, and if Nick Fury moves this turn, at the end of your turn, any other person that shares a keyword with Howling Commandos, Secret Warriors, or Shield. So if Nick moves and another character moves sharing one of those keywords, you can take a token off of that character or one of those characters. So that is just crazy, and it's, you know, it really helps your whole team be able to just continue to attack and be able to do stuff. So you can basically move people into position and then take a token off, and then the next turn they can attack. It's just insane, honestly. But more on the dial here, we have Mastermind, and he's stealthy, so they're going to come up to him, and then he can outwit him if he's in stealth, and he also has outwit and in Dom. This guy is an unrelenting force, and I think when I used him, you know, he's got 6 range, so if you can keep the fight within his 6 range by using your other figures to tie up people. If it's a shield team, then you have a bunch of shield agents tie up people, keep a couple back there for Mastermind, and then let him just shoot away. And believe me, it'll work. And you'll win a lot of battles if you play this figure correctly. Very nice. At number 1, we have Elsa Bloodstone. Now this figure is 73 points, no TA, but the things that she can do are remarkable. She can take off figures twice her points, 3 times her points, even more than that. I mean, this is just incredible. At close combat, I mean, she's going to be very hard to hit because she's 17 combat reflexes, so that's 19. She has 3 damage, but she has blades with 11 attack and charge, so she could potentially roll blades and hit a 6, doing just outrageous amounts. She does have some range as well. It's 6, so she can do a little bit of range too, so she's, you know, dynamic. And her trait deals penetrating damage to figures over 250 points. So if you're going against someone with huge brick figure, just a total you know, one-man army, she deals penetrating damage to those figures. Over 250 points or more, she deals penetrating damage. Giant, colossal, she gets a +2 to her attack, so then she'll be attacking with a 13. It's incredible. So this figure is very, very nice. I like her ability to be able to deal with just about anything. She drops off a tiny bit on her second click. Then on her third click you have willpower with 18 blades. That's nasty. Now we have exploit weakness, combat reflexes with exploit weakness, flurry with combat reflexes. Now we have regeneration to heal up, 9 attack, 3 damage, flurry. So I mean, it's like if you have some probs there, you might want to flurry and kill the the figure that you're going against. But you could also heal up with regeneration. And then she KOs. But for 73 points, you get a very nice package for very little points. Hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 and an extra 5 to get it up to top 15. Have a good day, guys. Please subscribe. Take it easy.